Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've done a super festive red lip makeup look today. When I think of Christmas, I cannot be the only person that thinks of a red lip. I just think it's so beautiful and so festive. A red lip is so great all year round, but definitely at Christmas time, I think it's a perfect excuse to wear it. And as you can see, I'm wearing a green jumper as well to try and tie in those Christmassy vibes. But of course, this makeup look can be worn for New Year's, it can be worn for any occasion, and it will really go with any outfit. I quickly wanted to share with you my festive nails. Now, I never get my nails done, I always do them myself with my gel nail kit at home, but I just really wanted to treat myself this year, and I got my good friend Kat to do them for me, and she's incredible. I'll leave all her details below in the description box for you. But as you can see, I've got really cute snowflakes on my thumb and on my ring fingers. They're just so pretty. If you want to check her out, then please look in the description box below because I have left her Instagram below, so give her a follow and get booked up quickly. If you're interested to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So as always, I've already cleansed and moisturized my skin, and I'm going to take my vitamin enriched face base from Bobbi Brown just to act as a bit more of a moisturizing primer and just to create a really nice base before I put on my foundation. Again, this time of the year, I really love to make sure my skin is super hydrated and nourished. This stuff smells insane. It smells like lemons. It's so nice and it's so nourishing. It's good for all skin types, but I think if you are more on the drier side, you might prefer this, but I still really like it and I'm oily. I thought I would just skip through my foundation and concealer, as you have seen this all before, but I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation and then my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer just to add a little bit more coverage. To add a little bit more brightness to my skin, I'm going to take the MAC Studio Fix 24-hour concealer right into the inner corners of my eyes and the high points of my face, just where I want to brighten and highlight just a little bit more. And of course, blend everything out with a beauty sponge. This beautiful Tom Ford. It is the Shade and Illuminate in 01 Intensity 1. You get a massive mirror and you get the cream bronzer and then you get this illuminating highlighter. It's so easy to blend, it's just so nice. And I'm focusing this as always on the perimeter of my face. And with every cream product I use, I always go back in with a sponge just to make sure there's no brush strokes and that it's really blended and melted into the skin. I would say the thing that takes me the longest with my makeup is 100% the blending, whether it's concealer or foundation or all these cream products. You can never not blend enough, and I think if you ever worried if something isn't blended well, keep blending. And that's the same for eyeshadow. That's just probably my one rule, if you want to say, because there technically isn't no rules to makeup. You do it however you want to do it, but obviously there's certain methods, I guess, of how to use certain products, but you just have to do what's best for you and what you prefer. For my blusher, I am going to take my Pinkgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. I love how this has a really lovely glow to it as well. Obviously we've used a lot of glowy products, but I just love this, and if I don't want to go in with a heavy highlighter afterwards, at least I know I can count on the highlighting glow I get from this. But I think what I love the most about creams is that, to an extent, they don't look too intense. They can also be quite pigmented, but if you go really light-handed with it, you can build it up really nicely, or you can get something really sheer. If the product is super pigmented, it's always better to go in with a lighter hand. As you can see, I'm putting my blusher quite higher up on my cheeks, which is something I have just started doing, just because I feel like it helps to lift my face a bit more, but also I would like most of the product to be there, and then I'll blend it a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. But again, just work with your face and work with the techniques that you prefer. I just love how blusher brings colour and life back into my face, because obviously using foundation and concealer gives that blank kind of canvas, and then the cream bronzer really adds definition and a bit of shape, but it still doesn't help, I think, bring as much life to my face as blusher does, on me personally. Again, nothing new here. I'm going to just do my brows with my Charlotte Tilbury brow products. For eyes, again, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize Pot in Bed. I love this. I've said it so many times, but I'm going to just use this as a nice wash over my eyelids. It's that really beautiful antique gold shade, which I think is just really pretty. And gold and red just screams Christmas to me. Slightly just angling it outwards to lift my eyes, and I'm taking it ever so lightly into my crease, but I just want it to be a nice wash of colour. I don't know why, but after I do that on my eyes, I'm going to now set my skin. Now I just think I prefer just to do every single cream product and then set everything with powder, and then go back to the eyes to use more powder eyeshadow products, to ensure that everything is set in place, but I don't want to lose that lovely glow that I've got on my skin. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder. This is lovely because it sets the face, but it has a really nice kind of shimmer to it, but nothing too chalky or too glittery. It just creates a really nice illuminated look. And then for bronzer, I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer number 2 medium. Blusher, I'm going to use my Cheek Leader palette, and I'm just going to go in to Gold Rush. Blusher's got a really lovely glow to it as well, so it kind of sets all those glowy products that we used. But I am going to take a little bit of the highlighter in the palette, which is Cookie. Just a small amount on the very top of my cheekbones and above my brow. Now for my eyes, I'm going to use my Charlotte Darling eyeshadow palette and just use this more gold tone here. I'm going to start off with it on my ring finger, just so it packs on the most amount of product and pigment right on my whole eyelid on top of that base. Then I'm going to get a fluffy brush and pack it onto that brush as well, and just work that into the crease. Just add a little bit more definition. I'm going to take my Huda Caramel Bronzer. Enhance the gold on the eyes, I just want to go in with this more gold shade in the Icon palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to take on that same fluffy brush and just really work that into my eye. I just want to get a load of gold reflexes through my eye, so whenever it catches the light, it just looks really, really pretty. And this kind of yellow gold on top of the gold bases, I feel like just works really well, and it really helps to enhance my eye colour. Because these shimmers are really finely milled, I don't mind putting them in my crease, but normally I wouldn't add much shimmer into my crease. I mainly stick with more mattes, but again, just depends on the look and the shadow, and I find it still looks really nice. And then just to make it pop even more, I am going to take my finger with that gold shade and just press it on, just so it's more pigmented. And just because it is Christmas and to be a bit more festive and to match the green jumper I'm wearing, I'm going to go in with a small amount of this green shade in the palette and run that underneath my eyes. I think it's a great way to be able to incorporate some colour, whether it's green or it's more of a red or burgundy or blue, anything that at first might seem a bit too much to try and wear if you are not somebody that likes to wear colours on the eyes. Adding it as a little bit of a pop colour underneath the eye or even on the lash line is a really great way to get a bit more confident with colour. To add a bit more definition to my lash line, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury liquid eyeliner in black and just line my lash line very, very subtly. And then with the same brush that we used with the green shadow, I'm just going to use that just to gently buff it out, just so it's not too intense. Because it still has the green shadow on it, that gives it a little bit more of colour, and it makes it match perfectly with the lower lash line as well. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara. That is the eyes done. You can of course go in with some false eyelashes if you would like. I personally don't really wear false eyelashes that often, so I am just going to leave it like this. But now for the fun part, the lip. Now of course, again, you can go in with a nude lip if that is something you're more comfortable with wearing, but because it is Christmas, I'm going to go in with a red lipstick. Now I'm going to do a bit of an ombre effect first. So I've got 2 lip liners here. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Savage Rose, and then the MAC Ruby Woo lip liner too. And as you can see, one's just a little bit darker than the other, but it just helps to create a bit more dimension and shape to the lips. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to take the Ruby Woo lipstick from MAC. It's just a classic red shade. You can definitely leave this more of a matte lip if you would like, but I personally love to add a bit of gloss on top, and for that I'm going to take my Kiko Hydro Gloss in number 13, which is this beautiful red shade. You definitely could just use this on its own because it's super pigmented, but I like to layer it up just so it lasts a bit longer than if I was to use it on its own. I'm still trying to figure out how to style my hair. But anyway, this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow me on Instagram if you obviously want to, but it really means a lot to me if you do. But yes, so I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, stay safe, have fun, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.